Gotcha.
Just
How many still need? 5.
all right. So CeeLo,
Yeah.
I'll have you monitor traffic. We're done with streaming for the day, so everything else will have to be from this playlist here, and basically all of the recent. Basically all of the stuff from Basement Politics. Well, it's 176 tracks, so you have to select from that one until our connectivity is better. So we'll actually just give our community a few moments to filter in. Apologies for our connectivity. Basically, the network that we have is kind of limiting our ability to stream here and there at the same time, so there's a cutoff. So if you will, be patient, remain, and be present, and we'll get started in just a second.
Everybody got something to eat?
Yeah, very good.
There you go. You're welcome. That's it. Listen to this. Enjoy your meal.
Okay, so stop everybody in a few minutes. This is the comment section of the stream itself.
So to get back to it, I just hit the Facebook button.
What's that? Get back to what?
If I'm going back and forth from selecting the song.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just the bottom button to get out of there. And then you can go to the music. Bottom. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, humble greetings. Welcome all. Once again, a great honor and pleasure, as always, to connect with you here from this platform of communication. Today's subject matter or topic of discussion in our seminar will be nutritional healing, and a wonderful topic it is. There's a lot of energy given to the nature of our consumption, which is a beautiful thing. However, there are different levels to the healing that is taking place here on planet Earth that we all are to embrace from a place of openness and welcoming. So once again, the wisest approach to all of this transition, our awakening, the unfoldment that is happening here on planet Earth right now is has its foundation in the wisdom to be open to all that's unfolding, where we realize more of what is taking place here. So as always, we're going to start. Actually, I feel like we're going to do this a little different today. Not slightly different. We'll do our seminar portion, which will probably be a good 15. And then we'll take a small break and get into our discussion portion. We should have a beautiful discussion portion today, meaning that we have guests and a nice collective here and present. And after that, we'll get to some of the expressions and sharing communications, ideas, and stories from your behalf or from your side, and we'll converse in that way. So thank you, everybody, for coming. It's a great honor, great pleasure for all y'all being here. Hope y'all enjoying the food. It looks delicious. I'll get to mine in just a second. However, before we start the seminar portion, what we're going to do is we always have a 1-minute meditation prior to the seminar. So we all open up online and, of course, here in the present. So I'll ask if you please just take a break for a good 60 seconds And you can use this time to connect and show gratitude for the food that you're eating. And yeah, let's connect with our heart spaces. So as always, our 1 minute meditation is about calming our senses and relaxing and embracing the essence of ourselves within the heart space. So we're going to stop for a moment, relax whatever you're doing. There's no need to alter your reality in any way. Just calm your body, relax yourself, and be still. Close your eyes and feel your heart space where you can open up and we can connect with you as a collective. And this is healing. So once again, our 60-second meditation portion starts now. Slowly return to your consciousness. Take your time to feel your hands and your feet. Start to appreciate the temperature of the air into the lungs. And exhale in gratitude. A timeless moment in time that is the reality of eternity. An absolutely magnificent miracle that is this now that we all embrace and being able to connect with each other.
Take this one's Regan. No, take it one.
Take one.
Yeah, two.
Two. Okay.
These are really good. These are dumplings.
Yeah.
Steamed.
Steamed dumplings. Wow.
You eat meat, right?
Yep.
Maybe one of these.
Okay. So, so you can sense our connection within your heart space as you become more and more sensitive to the nature of this experience, which is this now moment.
That's yours. Is anybody going to eat that one? Yeah.
Like this. Oh,
Give our guests a chance to collect their food, and then we will start.
excellent. Okay. It's all good.
You're doing yoga. It's great.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for connecting with us here. Today, our topic, our discussion is about nutritional healing, about the consumption of the foodstuffs that we have available to us here on Earth. Of course, a great honor and pleasure and a form of stimulus, a blessing in any way, shape, or form that we get to enjoy the activity of nourishment in all its platforms, in all of its vehicles.
You are what you eat.
So, of course, we work from here amongst the angelic realms of the Galactic Council or the Galactic Federation of Light. It's necessary to recognize that our work here I work here as healers, as guides to the nature of ascension, the nature of the spiritual path that we are all unfolding at this moment. It involves working at different levels. The ground crew that we have here are working from different levels in spaces of awareness, of spaces of consciousness. Many of you have interest in different aspects of this particular reality. And through your intuitive guidance, your own intuitive guidance and awareness, sense of presence, sound bowl, we have the ability to embrace the gifts that we naturally have within ourselves in sharing the awareness of infinite intelligence that we all embrace inside of ourselves. So the nature of this platform, the work that we do, is purely energetic and at the foundational source of our existence, spiritual. Now, there's different levels to our being that through our spiritual maturity are embraced on deeper and deeper levels at deeper and deeper capacities of being, which is beautiful. And once again, our openness allows us to embrace these levels as they are and allow what is and what resonates with us as individuals as far as our healing is concerned, our awareness is concerned. So food. There's a certain level of importance that is expressed upon food when it comes to newly awakened souls, which is very understandable. This is probably the most direct, tangible aspect of the healing that is taking place when it comes to our physical being, our vessels, the gifts of our physical bodies, which require a certain amount of maturity to tend to, and allowing our intuition to guide us to experience the most harmonious balance, sense of being, sense of presence when it comes to our work. It is important for us to be conscious of that which we put in our mouths, which we choose to eat. There is a great importance in all of these factors. And as you heal, as you continue to mature, you give this aspect of your healing the energy and focus and attention that it does deserve. However, it's necessary to realize that with this, and this is the disclaimer, with this, there's an even deeper reality that recognizes that as spirit, you're dealing with your own energy always. And as source, you have the ability to recognize that never are you dependent or susceptible to the realities or distortions of the physical illusion. You are never susceptible to the distortions of the physical illusion as source. If anything, the distortions of the physical illusion serve you as catalysts to your awareness, to your strength, to your sense of knowing. It's necessary to recognize this. It would be counterproductive to assume that the nature of the foods that you eat has a truly paramount effect on the nature of your path, the frequency of your being. It would be superficial to assume this. If anything, those of us that are here amongst Western society, those of us who are blessed with a certain amount of resources that allow us the options of foods that we decide to eat, of the waters that we are able to drink. These are great things and beautiful. It's a privilege, and it just shows how blessed we are. If anything, those of you who have access to a computer or device, electronic device, that are accessing this communication right now, you're blessed. You're absolutely blessed. However, when it comes to food, with these options, of course, with our maturity and the embrace of our path, we continue to allow ourselves these options based on their availability. So we're going to talk about food today and the high vibrational foods that assist in your healing process. Talk about the practices that assist in allowing you to act as healers amongst the food that you do have if it is rather distorted or of a lower frequency. Once again, you're the creator experiencing your own energy. And with that being said, you do have the ability to heal that which you have available as far as your consumption, nourishment. There are many who are attempting to make a quick buck off of humanity's awakening. There are those that are attempting to cash in on humanity's awakening. The work that we do here of the angelic realms, the Galactic Council or the Galactic Federation of Light, is not to push people to become vegetarian or vegan. We operate from a place of unconditional love and acceptance for all. We've expressed before the nature of your reality here. There's nothing out of place. There's nothing that is of error. We've expressed that the animal realms made the conscious decision to come here to serve humanity and assist humanity in its path, its evolutionary path, through offering its physical vessels to humanity to eat, where the physical vessel is but an offering to humanity from a place of unconditional love and service. So once again, we're not here to encourage people to operate from this place of being. There are those who don't have access to such options. There are those who don't have the funds to purchase $8 water or $20 glass bottles because of BPA. There are those who are happy and have the ability, or happy with the ability, to find a stream with clear drinking water to place in their hands and sip from. There are these levels of existence that we all are experiencing. However, once again, here amongst this guidance, we work from a purely energetic level, on the energy level of existence, where we're able to heal from this place regardless of what access you have, what social construct you exist within, or social society or level of society or civilization that you exist within. We embrace all, from the heart space, from a purely energetic space of being. And these are all disclaimers. There's a lot of poison that has been purposely placed amongst humanity. And it's been this way for many thousands of years already. Many thousands of years has humanity eaten lots and lots and lots of poison. However, once again, from a place of unconditional love and acceptance and balance, we're still here. We still exist. We still are able to shine the light from within ourselves. This is where we work from. Now is the opportunity for us to heal. And as we heal, we're embracing the tools that we have available to us to heal on certain levels of existence. And today we're going to speak on the physical level of existence that surrounds the food and the things that we eat. Eating gives us great opportunities to connect, to conversate, to union, to join together and speak and connect with each other emotionally. It's a social activity, not only a place of nourishment or a tool of physical nourishment, but once again, it operates from a place of social connection, energetic connection, the enjoyment of food that's prepared by the grandfather or grandmother, the sharing of recipes and ideas and the elixirs, the love, the expression of creativity that is placed in the food that we get to share with each other. A most beautiful experience, to say the least. If anything, the nature of today's communication has its root in our ability to embrace that which is assisting us on a physical level. However, at the same time, we ground ourselves in realizing the nature of the hologram, which is illusory. Peace, peace. Peace. So, when it comes to the food that you eat,
Not the same as every day.
it's helpful to realize that through your energy, through your attention, through the embrace and acceptance of the food from a place of gratitude, you have the ability to heal it. You have the energetic essence to accept what you have available to you. And once again, you will always have what is necessary for you at this point in your path. You will always have everything that you need. When it comes to the food, regardless of what's available to you, you have the ability to embrace it and show gratitude to it. Always. There has been many times amongst this path where the only thing I had available to me was frozen pizza and ramen noodles. Very poisonous stuff. However, it was what was available, and I appreciated it. And every now and then I still appreciate it. Every time I have the ability to eat, I appreciate it. Of course, I have the conscious awareness and spiritual maturity to bless the food. However, I am aware of the nature of it. But at the same time, I don't invest the majority of the energy, the manifestation energy I have into fear or fear of it. As we awaken, many will continue to express the deep details or the devastating details of what's in the food, attempting to shame or gross individuals out based on the process. This is not helpful. This is, in actuality, it's to spread darkness, to attempt to promote the signs and symptoms and process of deterioration that the food can cause when entered into your body. I worked in the medical field for many years. And one of the things that's necessary, or at least what we realize in the medical field, is that those who focus on disease the most are the ones who usually get it first. Those who focus on the deterioration of the body and the disharmonious symptoms, signs, and functions of the body deterioration are those who are usually the first to become sick. This is old information. What you give energy to manifests itself continuously. You will hear, you are what you eat a lot. You will hear that catchphrase a lot. However, on a deeper level of spiritual maturity, we recognize that we are everything. We are the source of everything and nothing at all. We are God. And once again, because I decide to eat a frozen pizza because that's all I can afford at the particular time, does not make me any less divine than I am at the moment. The physical reality does not reflect the vastness of divinity that is within me. I am unconditional love and acceptance. I am forgiveness. I am the wisdom to accept all that is. And of course, a part of my path includes me indulging in things that aren't necessarily the healthiest expressions in the world. However, once again, my omnipotence is beyond the many distortions that have been placed here by the dark as catalysts for me to recognize the power that exists within me to exist beyond the illusion, to exist beyond the distortions of the illusion. There's plenty of things that have been placed here to attempt to keep you here within the illusion. However, none of these illusions are significant in the light of divine truth, which is the unconditional loving nature and essence of your presence. So we're going to discuss food today. However, I want us to realize that at the foundation of all of this is your energetic presence and acceptance of all that is. So that's our seminar portion. We're going to take a small break to get into some music. And then we'll have an open discussion on the healing foods that are assisting us in actually working to dissolve the damages that have taken place within ourselves and outside of ourselves as we work from the physical level of existence to move into the new earth. So I'll pass the mic over to our maestro, Corey, overseas, which will introduce the next song, and then we'll carry on.
Yes, as everybody here is enjoying the cuisine, I know that Jessie can vouch that it is real good right now. She's helping me eat mine. It's all good. But yes, what AZ was saying earlier is absolutely correct. What you eat does not affect your divinity and all that you are. So, like, I've been on ramen noodles for, I don't know, last 4 months. But when I could drop an egg in it or some hot dogs in it, add 2, it's all good. Hot dog water, man. But anyway, the next song I will share right now with all of us is Shiva Friday. It's one of AZ's favorite songs. And I will put the link up after the song's played. So if you guys are eating over there, enjoy your food. Guten Appetit.
It's the light. Shine bright. Yeah. Sky. Yo. Yo, goodness gracious, we made it. They saying in perfect time and amazing, saying gracias to the ancients. They seeing how we moving through space and time, and them light ships applying eons of power to every verse. Young be spraying, speaking, and demons peeping, and people's peeping and freaking. Nutty blessed be being safe to death through the deputy weekend. I'm yo, couple like a rock so excited. Ignited in the cycle, I'm hoping this will be like a pair of shoes. So the guy that you know that he grabbed the pulls up high. The sky got a sky with a ghost, super dope, super sound, anything that's not for show. Big ol' steps with my bodies. On the block with these goddess, androgynous or regardless. Can't go to the blouses. You remember how we out here. Motherfucker, we violent, open hearted, easy, starting nothing but us. Said, oh, we want you to talk to you, but the nigga come and we jump up in again. Another one, and another man, and a double gun. On a show, a turner, and dreaming, beaming, gleaming. The precious light, oh, so brilliant movie just come through the door. Lord. Always more elevation. Still repeat, I'm saying I'm all the verses inspired. My eyelids fully. There ain't no ways I'm a bully. I beat me like a bookie. You saw his clients as cookies. A milky turn for a rookie to all the fish in the water. I make the sharks in the water. Rockness of the lover, they mother feel like a husband. Living single with cousins and Sinclair and Khadijah. Clear like she will speaking in depth so deep. It's superseding the dean's list. Yeah, I eat things up for dinner for picking people in judgment. Comparison's not intelligent. Yeah, all is one with the infinite. Separation is ignorance, so conquest is irrelevant. Just a waste of time trying to be the best with reflections of feeling that the game means things to the heaven. Lord, I spit my verse like reveille. Tell a squadron that ease amongst commander-in-chief. Ash top from the fleet. I could have lived in the woods or somewhere cool on the beach, but I work downtown amongst the dog of the streets. Eating crap with blue number 5 macaroni and cheese because we're stronger than anything in the depths of 3D. And if you think it's more important judging food that you eat than letting go of all the talking in the head that you dream, you still asleep because the stuff is on your own energy. You gotta see you eat what you are, it's all in me, and not the other way around. That's the true slavery. $8 for a watermelon and making that cheese. But I'm lactose intolerant, I'd rather be free than passing gas and talking trash about how I'm so vegan. They got an odor to it and it don't smell like freedom. Yo, the truth is peace and silence, unconditional love. Yeah. Let's go. You do you. Let everybody do them. As a leader, it's your job The elevated side. Let it ride. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again. Hey, yo, fellas, can I get y'all to be cool for a second? Y'all audio is killing the video, please. Thank you so very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to Let's Build. We ended our seminar portion a few minutes ago, and now we're actually going to get into our discussion portion here about nutrition. And for the most part, I feel that it's necessary for us to allow our guests, Faisal, to basically take the lead on our discussion today. We're here in the restaurant, and he is a connoisseur of healthy foods and healing when it comes to different aspects of the physical, energetic reality that we're dealing with. And once again, it's a great honor and pleasure that he invites us here and allows us to operate from this platform today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Faisal. Thank you.
Good to have you. A few days.
Yo, can I get y'all come down here, bro? We can have a discussion. Like all of that right there is just distracting. Please.
Come in.
Please,
Whoever
please.
wants to come in, please.
Thank you so very much. I know we got free food and all that, but I need y'all to participate. You know what I'm saying? Please come on through.
Participation right here.
Thank you.
I would like to start with a minute of meditation.
Yeah.
Nutrition. This meditation is actually nutrition for your soul.
Mm-hmm.
So once in a while, not once in a while. You should. Meditation should be a daily part of your routine. And I know for most people, it's not easy to meditate. Also, because guys, I need you to come in. Come on. Vámonos. Yeah. She says you want to meditate, so come in.
Yeah, go on this side, bro. Just give me the camera and get a discussion on this side.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you consider the time. What I discovered in my travels in Nepal is that peace. And I don't know how I got this, but it kind of changed my way of meditating.
Mm-hmm.
I was not able to meditate because I have a drunk monk in my head, and he's drunk all the time, you know. And lots of people have that, and that's my tool, and I would like to show it to you. Okay? And for that, I need a minute of silence, please. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Try to be with me. Okay? Let's build a circle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. We're talking about food today, and I recently went to Nepal, and for the first time I discovered the not actually for the first time, I knew it before, but didn't realize it. I heard about the Ayurvedic healing method, which is practiced in India for over 5,000 years. This is actual science. These people they feed people a certain food, and then they looked killed the guy, and then look what happened to his inner organs. And after years and years and years, they discovered which food does what to you. Actually, that stopped with the real science, going real deep. Stopped with the Buddhism, because people didn't want to be cruel no more. So Buddhism actually stopped that a little. People, of course, still are using it, and then with the British Empire taking over India, it was forbidden for centuries. And but now it's coming back.
Okay.
It's coming back, and what they say actually is you are what you eat. Every 7 to 10 years, all your cells renew themselves. So actually, what you put in, if you eat trash all the time, you will become that. And it's very important to eat different stuffs also. You cannot feed yourself on the same product that can be healthy, because our body is made of so many different chemicals and proteins and whatever. So and what I then discovered, my mom is actually cooking Ayurvedic. The food we are having, the ingredients my mom used to feed us with, it's totally in that concept. She never knew that. She never knew that. But back in the days, like in Afghanistan, there's Islam in Afghanistan is 1,200 years old. 1,000 years old, not even that long, maybe 900. Before of that, Afghanistan used to be Buddhists.
Okay.
And Afghanistan was on a Silk Road, so we had all the spices from India, China, Persia, and the Mughal Empire was in the back of us. So everybody went through and left a little piece of culture, which is now what you have now on your plate. Those dumplings are typically Mongolian. The rice is typical Persian. The chicken and the masalas, the spices are typically Indian. Yes, and also we always consider, if you're full, you're happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hungry man is an angry man, right? Yeah. And can you imagine? Do you remember the time? All of us, we had it. You were really hungry, but all you had to eat were chocolate, maybe, or sweets, or something which is not a full course meal. Okay, how did you feel after? Not happy. Okay, because we have there is another consciousness inside of our stomach, which we don't really have access to, but we can influence it with food. And that's why it's so important, even on your on your psyche. It's so important what you eat, okay? And we need to go back. What we did. What we did, we gave away the most important part of our lives. We gave it away to big corporations. Nowadays, our food is produced by huge companies, and those huge companies, what do they have in mind? You're good, your well-being? I don't think so. What they're looking for is the maximum profit. Okay, the maximum profit. The guy in Nepal told me if you want to stay healthy, eat. Don't eat anything with a commercial on it. Okay, because the chicken it doesn't need no promotion, no marketing. You know, it just
all good, but it's not.
Exactly. You can sense what is good, but what is happening right now is with all the media we're around with, they're influencing us to eating crap. Okay, they put a lot of money into believing us Cheetos are good. You know, eat those chips. You know, and there must be something about it. If it's not, if those big corporations don't work for your better good, what are they working for? For money, and they will do whatever they can to make the product cheap and sell it to you. So look, what else you can do is, Sabari, welcome. It belongs to the group. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's the chair, buddy. If you want. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Where did I stop? And just look what your ancestors used to eat, and go back to that, and educate yourself about what food does to you. And not every food is good for every person. Okay, some the one who's a little chubby, go down on the fat. You know, it's very easy. You know, if someone does not have enough energy, give him energetic food. He will change. Not right away. We are used to eat crap all the time, and then when we come home, we go to the doctor and ask for the pill, for the one-pill pill. Okay. And he will give you a pill, but it will not be the same. It will stop the pain. If you go to a doctor right now, okay, and ask him, hey, I got a pain right here, he will give you a white pill made by white man.
You have to write it first.
Yeah, and then he will say it will stop the pain right now, but they will never ask where the pain is coming from. Because what they want is working on the symptoms, not healing you. That's a huge problem with what you're facing right now. It's a huge problem. Maybe the biggest problem in our society right now is the pharmaceutical industry, the food industry is corrupt. They try to sell you. They try to sell and make money. That's what I experienced. For example, I went to Afghanistan and I saw people suffering for heroin addiction. And I found, on my travels, I found something from Africa which is called iboga. And if you give that to a heroin addict, after 30 minutes, the withdrawals are gone. And after 36 hours of kind of a psychedelic experience, 95% of them never touch heroin again. I went with that to the drug place where people can get help when they're addicted.
Rehab.
Not a rehab. It's an open where you can get information and stuff. You know, just
informational center on drugs.
Exactly. I went to them and told them, hey guys, I discovered something like that. You can with one-time use, you can cure crack addiction, alcohol, nicotine, sugar. Sugar is also addiction. Sugar is highly addictive. And they told me, nah, it's not coming from the pharmaceutical industry. There is no patent on it. Okay, I said it's back. There are studies right now, but they said no, we're not going to work with it. And I said, who has to decide? And then they sent me to another level higher. I went to that guy's office. Talk to them. Hey, I got the cure for fucking addiction, which is huge. Mm-hmm. Work with it. Help me. And they said, no interest.
That's not.
No interest. I said, why? Is there a patent on it?
Because people that mask the symptom. You don't want to cure it.
Exactly.
Want to pacify it.
Exactly.
So they get the money.
But what I experience all over the world, wherever I go, people's mindsets are changing.
Mm-hmm.
People get conscious about what's happening around the world, and they're waking up. So you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Bob Marley. So this is why I find it very, there is not one solution to everything, okay? Not one single person have a solution. There are grassroots movements everywhere, okay? I experience that. Wherever I go, I experience that. That people are waking up and gathering in small groups, small communities, and working for change. And this is actually what we are here about to do is first be conscious. First see the problem. You know, the best trick of the devil was making people believe he doesn't exist. Okay, once he is exposed, it's easy to deal with it. So people need to get together, find alternatives. You cannot go to people and tell them, okay, don't do this, don't do that, and don't give them alternatives. This is why I'm personally working on something which I would like to bring to a broader audience. As I said, I discovered this iboga, which is a miracle cure for addiction, depressions, and whatever. Then I'm in contact with the shamans from South America, from Peru. Actually, the Amazon is our pharmacy. Also, the medicines you find right now in the pharmacies. Some people went to the Amazon, saw what the Indians are using for healing themselves, then went to the laboratory, took out the one
element,
key ingredient, synthesized it, put a patent on it, and sold it for expensive. And these people from the Amazon, they have huge knowledge about healing. There is something called ayahuasca. I don't know if you guys heard about it. If you drink that, you connect with the higher realms, and then the people go 6 months, 7 months to up a year. They go into the forest, stay by themselves, drink ayahuasca, and talk to the plants. And what they say, after a while, the plants will tell their secrets to them.
Of course.
There is something about it. Even plants, they have souls. We don't sense it. Okay, we have those 5 senses. Okay, and we think that's it. But like dolphins. Okay, they communicate on a different level. They're very smart. They communicate, but only because we don't understand it. We don't sense it. We say it doesn't exist. Okay. Okay, we have the iboga people, so then I have to make contact with, as I said, with the shamanic people from the Amazon. Now, recently I went to Nepal and then got to know the Ayurvedic, as I said. And what I want to do, and the Chinese medicine is also there, and then the Tibetan medicine. What I want to do is gather all those people together in one place, and also have some scientists around. And let them be. Okay. At the beginning, I was planning to make something like a conference, or gather the people and tell them, okay, bring your secrets. But that won't happen because these people, when I talk to them now, the people are like that. They've been studying or been reaching that for years, and they're protecting their knowledge because this is how they make money. Some ego is everywhere. And but I don't want to give up. The bigger dream is I'm working with this Indian guy in Kerala, and he's about to open make a eco village, and he's working with us. And what we're gonna do is give space to all those people, let them be for themselves, and have a healing center in the middle. Okay, so all those different people will come, live around and work in the middle in the same place, and if they want or not, they will share knowledge and let it just be, and let it flow for 10, 20 years, and then see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us. So let's build. It's Faisal sharing lots and lots of information. Today was the nutritional healing portion of Faisal. If you don't know, is an expert at holistics and Hold on, what was it?
I would not call myself.
I'm not an expert, but you're a connoisseur.
I'm not an expert. I'm a generalist.
Gotcha.
That's I have a little bit of a little bit.
I was talking about the
not a specialist, a generalist.
Generalist.
Yes.
With
specialist, you can hire at the end. You know.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us with sharing beautiful information today and connecting with you. We're going to take a small break and allow Corey to get into our next musical segment. And then when we come back, we're going to do a actual discussion portion amongst ourselves to share some ideas here at the table and experiences about our experience with food substances and get some feedback from our population here. And then we'll get to your stories, your questions, and continue forth with our Let's Build. Thank you for joining us. A great honor and pleasure as always. So, CeeLo,
Yes.
what you got, bro?
Well, I'm craving this fine cuisine here still. So right now, I'm looking for a full course meal. You know what I mean? And the guy that just booed is actually on this song, Richard Porter. All right. So if I find it, which I think I'm about to, I will play it. However, if I don't, I will go with. I think it's on there. Full course meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stop. Recently. Full course meal.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, due to our a little bit of interconnectivity, I will share all the links when I get back to the Raw, and I will put them in the comment section of the show, so you guys will have all the songs that were played this evening. All right, here we go. Full course meal.
I'm past that. I'm over that. I'm moving on. That's water under the bridge. Taking it day by day, step by step. So what you up to now, man? You know, I'm past that. I'm over that. I'm moving on. That's water under the bridge. Taking it day by day, step by step. So what you up to now, man?
Breathe. Taking one step at a time, alright. Yeah. Just got that Melrose vibe. Peace cruising cooler. Yo. Conglomerate with me today, you dig? No. Doing what we do. Yo, breathing the reason like to breathe into these beats. An expression over horns, drums, and keys. Master keys, scratch paint jobs of Decepticons at large with sidebars because they like cake and all varieties. Make with ice in this slow bake. It's graceful strips and dreams filled with bass and trunk room that bring boom your head up. Watch me serenades for kids with candy. From candy, they play the shot that was fly like candy. You heard me. Inspired by your good old days with green run. Fire hoses was fun. Bull reps and jump. Road we love sun. People look. These are days we've been waiting for. It's time to elevate beyond the snow. Let's go. Light. Let's go. Light.
Old man in the booth once again. Red sky just passed me the feather pen. You know the name Continual for those that miss. Video games, they load them L clips. Or killer hard when laps of this marathon. Just purchased a trap phone, flat rate from Telecom. UPC that be the squad. For scratch work, go holler at DJ Smalls. Trust me, I'm in raw. Seize the MVPs, they passing out 300. We stay with that treasure box. Styles good looking out. Dance class with one. That was repping the light. Most after squad goes. From Triple and Magman, we taking over the globe. Man, you put that on, man? I'm trying to give you the same stuff, man. Yeah, love that, man. Yeah. You know, it's your day, see that. Big fun, man. How you mind sound, man? Look, bro, look.
Finished. So see,
Hey, can you
everybody
grab
at
the
the
table
table?
outside so we can
They
do
want to stay out
discussion?
there. They can stay out there, but
Okay.
we're gonna have a quick discussion real quick. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining us here at Let's Build. Of course, today's discussion is on nutritional health and what is helpful on the physical plane to assist us in evolving and healing ourselves and returning to our pristine state and all that is our beauty within the physical vehicle. Of course, we're all divine and perfect. And that which we are experiencing at this now moment on the physical level is but our creation in allowing us as a catalyst of our healing. on different levels. Everything is interconnected. However, once again, life is infinitely intelligent, and all that is shall be and is what is necessary for us to expand upon our glory in this now moment. So we're going to actually have a discussion, fellas. I'm glad y'all look cool and stuff, but I need y'all to come and sit down at the table so we can talk. Yeah, everybody, please come and sit down. And basically, I'm going to point the camera this way so we can basically talk about some of your stories when it comes to health, to the food that you eat, like some of the things that you have to share amongst your experience. And it's a lot of years and experience and travel at the table. I'm basically getting you to share your story as far as the connection between spirituality and food for you. Like what is felt when you recognize the nature of food and its connection with your spirituality or the nature of your being, some experiences and stories that you've had, in your past.
I jump in and walk back, like, off the stuff from me loving everything that my mother would cook, you know what I mean, and actually showing that energy of wanting to learn how to cook myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my father being like this martial artist, like flipper, rough dude, like he had his, also Muslim, but you know what I'm saying, he had like his reputation of like a no good dude. So when he saw me cooking, he, immediately went in like, my mom, like, don't teach my son how to cook. And she's like, yeah, in the future, ain't gonna be no females that's getting it like me, so he might as well learn how to do it. She was right.
She was right, man.
But the thing I was showing him was like, there was some things that I didn't like, mostly the vegetables, you know what I'm saying? And even at my job, I'm a chef, you know what I mean? And when the kids don't want the little bit of vegetables that's provided, I always tap that right there. I'm like, tell my mama, you know what I mean? Yeah, get vegetables. But, the whole idea of coming up with different recipes to make that particular piece taste good. And I first fell in love with broccoli through Chinese, you know what I mean? When I found that recipe, I was like, oh, it's on. I'm eating broccoli, my mama told me. You know what I mean? With the Brussels sprouts, man, this was like a long one. It's like this journey right here has been a minute. Because I refuse, you know what I mean? Today's technology, man, you get informed easy through the internet, what kind of recipes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And
So that was
why you sit back and get it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't had no love, no idea for it. Even though mama said, you know what I mean? But today, blasted it open. As soon as it hit my lips, I was like, yo. Oh, y'all. So I was looking tell how I go, man. I need to play to that to go, yo.
You did? Absolutely. So, CeeLo, tell me about your experience with food, bro.
Well, let's see. Growing up, I first grew up, first part of my life in Korea, as you guys know already. Korean cuisine is, they pride themselves on, like how Faisal was talking about earlier, with the traditional foods and what ingredients kind of geared towards healing or making someone feel, I guess if they're sick, they got certain foods for this. For Koreans, kimchi, which is fermented cabbage, is not I would say, a taste that everyone enjoys, but it is an acquired taste. But once you do, this right here is actually something that helps clean out your system. A lot of the older Koreans eat it every day. Most traditional families have it on their table every day. If I go to a Korean household and they don't have kimchi on the table, I don't really consider them Korean. No, I'm just playing. No joking around. But as I was growing up, the foods there really, I couldn't find that taste anywhere else. Although I did dabble in a lot of different cultures and a lot of different foods. I'm not shy about trying any type of food, actually. So when a certain food that I eat makes me feel a certain way, it's enjoyable. It's not for me much more like, does it have anything to do with hitting the spirit, but of course, obviously, I know it does because it's enjoyable. The automatically is there. So, with that being said, to this day, Korean food is still my favorite. I don't get enough of it, obviously, but when I do get it, it's like, I don't know, I feel like whole again or something. I don't know if it's my ethnicity dealing with that or just the fact that I really love the food.
That's what's up.
So why you keep messing with MREs?
Well, being in the military, MREs have saved a brother plenty of time while sleeping on a cot out there. But MREs for me, I don't know, it's more of an experience than the food. You know what I mean? It takes me back. So
nostalgia.
That's what MREs is.
Team?
Oh man, I guess like I'm not gonna say all of us, but most of us, we probably grew up in some kind of unwholesome, rough environment where our parents didn't have all the funds and all the full fridges of different types of varieties of food. I don't know. Afghanistan is probably similar, but you guys had your food like outside or whatever. We was kind of like forced to go to gas stations and grocery stores and corner stores, even sometimes neighbor's house. So basically, our environment is basically what we put inside of ourselves. We didn't have too much of the consciousness. We had the down south had the soul food, which was like a lot of greasy but very tasty stuff.
Right.
Up north, it was probably like a lot of Caribbean type of stuff. I don't know what y'all ate in Cali. Probably nothing.
Same
thing. Yeah. So basically, the food was basically your environment. But then once you get older, once I started studying medicine for the past 20 years, I see food as something totally different because I know the aspect of what it really does to my body. I can't really speak to you about your body, but
it's universal.
It's universal. Certain things taste different than it did back then, like vegetables. You couldn't get no spinach in my mouth was nothing back in the days. Like I used to empty out my dinner rolls and hide my spinach inside. But I'm done. But now I'll kill some spinach. And nowadays, back in my blazing days, I used to kill a pack of chocolate chip cookies every night. And I don't want to do that no more because it just, I can taste the fakeness and the chemicals inside.
Tasted the fakeness.
I can taste the chemicals inside. I'd rather have something fresh and wholesome. I'd rather come to and eat a plate of this as opposed to even going to the Thai Express or to a Burger King or something like this because it is your soul. Food is your soul. It's our black culture. That's the reason why we had soul food because basically we were supposed to be feeding the soul. The candy yams, the collard greens, the cornbread, all that good stuff. It wasn't just the food; it's the environment and the love that people put into it while they were cooking. So I mean,
okay.
Thanksgiving is coming, y'all.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we gotta cook that turkey.
Team, what's your queen's name again? I apologize.
Mary in the house.
All right. So what you have to share? You have a rich cultural background. I know you got some food stories.
Yeah, but the way we have been raised is our food is pretty much similar to what our friend Eritrean, yes. So yeah, pretty much it reminds me of how my mother used to cook for us. And, but as a kid and child, you would always want what you don't get. So I was more outdoor. I wanted fast food and I wanted to eat outside, all that junk and bad. And just took a while to understand that what we have been served and how we've been raised as far as food was the right and
what's your name, Black?
Joe.
Joe. Tell your story, bro.
I'm a military kid, so like I grew up around. So like I moved to Kansas and I ate food from there. They have a different eating style than like when I moved to Virginia. And they ate like differently. But I mostly ate with my parents' fed me. But then like recently, now I have a job since I was 16. I started eating different foods and like I love donor and I love like food like this. So I go out to different restaurants. My favorite food is Thai food right now. I've been eating some Thai food. So healthy is always good. And it's a different high. Like I feel like food is a drug, and like you eat good food, you get a good high.
Word, that's fly. Great analogy. Jess, you ride horses. I know you eat food now.
Horse, I love food. Like I love cooking it.
That horse meat.
And
Wow.
Paul, yeah, for real.
I grew up the American and German way, so I had typical German food and then typical American food, and yeah, I learned a lot by my dad watching him cook. Yeah, I actually started loving the soul food the most, like because I love veggies a lot. Like so since then, when I like came grow up with like I don't know how to say this. When I like start growing up, I started cooking more, try different kind of food, and it's like really international, like Thai food, Afghan food, African style food. Like, yeah, I just love food, and I think it gives you a good energy. But then when you eat like not the fast food, I think the fast food kind of like makes you sick after a while, and you're actually addicted more to the fast food because you just want to eat more and more. You never get really full like that, and so yeah.
German potato chips.
Say again?
It's just like German potato chips. You have one, you don't get fulfilled. You gotta have another one because the chemicals, it almost got you, so you gotta get another one.
So yeah, so I'm actually learning, like still learning to cook like natural, really with a lot of veggies, you know, and like I don't even use food for it to eat. I use like food like coconut for the skin. It's good for the hair. It's good. So yeah, it's all natural. That's what I'm trying to get into most of the time. Yeah. That's my experience.
So, Roy?
I think pretty much the same way like Joe talks about food. It's good drugs. I mean, I just eat like what I know. I don't try new stuff pretty much.
Yeah.
Family guy with food.
Savage. Smile, kid.
Food don't even stink. I love it.
Yeah. That's what's up. Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
What about you, Angel?
All right. Well,
share some New Eurekan cuisine with us, bro.
Oh man, I love food. I can eat almost anything. There's hardly nothing that I say no to.
We know.
No fault for me though.
Take it back.
Pause does not exist for me.
I love to eat. Pause forever. Period.
Hold on, Angel, you gotta. You ain't even hit it right. You ain't gotta.
The way I see food, man, I think that food can be very, like we talked about healing, can heal you. But I also feel like some of the stuff that we consume can also be detrimental to you. And yeah, you know, we talk about, you know, certain foods that are really, really good for you and certain foods that are really bad for you. But I also feel there's an energy or energetic part of being food. For example, the way chickens may be grown. And if they're grown where they were, you know, in stress, but there is a type of energy that you're consuming. And I do believe in certain levels that that's true. And that's why I really like that when we're sitting down and we're meditating. It's almost like when we pray. You know, some people pray for food, pray with their food, and I think that you're actually doing something. You're actually cleaning what you're eating, and what you're eating is what you're becoming. And I do totally agree with what he was saying later, 100%. And what resonates with me is that there is an experiment that they do with water. You know, and they say, you know, water is a great conductor of energy. Right, and so the experiment that they did is that they took 2 cups of ice, and they projected a lot of love into one bottle of water, and they projected a lot of hate in the other bottle of water. And when they froze it, the one they projected with love crystallized very beautifully, while the one with hate crystallized really, really bad. And we're made 90% of water, so what we say, how we feel, what the types of energies we consume, I feel has a great effect on our health. Now, that doesn't mean that you're focusing on the negative. You're just focusing on what's good for you, right? Of course, what you focus on is what you create more of, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong on focusing on the good energy that you're consuming. And so I do believe that in some aspects, you are what you eat in the three-dimensional world. I mean, in three-dimensional world as well, because this is a vessel that we're in. Although we're maybe divine, but if you're, eating a lot of sugar, your vessel isn't really functioning right, then it inhibits you from being being that light that you like to be. I think it inhibits. But there's people who are able to heal themselves, but there's those who are unconscious of that. They're in that what do you call it, stealth mode, and they're not really conscious of it. They're just eating it. They don't know why. They're getting addicted to it, and it's affecting them. So in my experience, I know that if I eat food that has a lot of sugar or it's a lot of preservatives, the next day or a few hours later, I just go down. And that's not something that I'm just focusing on. It just happens. It is. My body is like that. I'm a very positive person. I hardly get sick. I love to laugh. Everybody who knows me, I like to joke around. And I think that's part of it as well. So I think the key here is balance. You have to have balance, because you have too much of this, then you create a little bit more of that, and I think balance is the key in this world that we live in. And food is very, very important, and the direction that we want to go. That's how I feel about that.
You see me, I like to just mostly eat like natural foods and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Friend, dog.
He's a regular. Hey, guys, he's a regular here.
You know yeah, but he's also a regular at McDonald's, man. Don't get it twisted.
It's nuggets in a heartbeat. It goes with twists in a heartbeat.
And all kind of stuff.
And vegan chocolate.
No, but I'm a great example of what not to eat. You know what I'm saying? But like one thing I will say is that like when you do eat that stuff, you do go down. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you try to run, like it seems like your heart is pumping a little bit harder than it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't seem
like yeah. But like I remember I did like a lemonade diet and stuff, right? And then like after this, like water started tasting amazing and stuff, and like stuff that I didn't like, I started liking it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like one thing I will say when you're eating healthy stuff, it gives you mad energy. You know what I'm saying? But definitely don't eat like me, okay?
You talking about like the mad cow, mad energy?
Don't eat like me.
Yeah, what about you, bro?
Yeah, well, what should I say? The thing is, my dad has always educated me to eat well, and he's always been cooking the best stuff ever. Like, that's one thing my mom couldn't really do. Like, she didn't know how to cook, or she didn't put enough love in it, in my opinion. Like, she was trying to be easy and fast, and that's like kind of disappointing for me in my family life. And there's other distractions, but I don't even want to talk about that. Of course, I'll just go in like this, that I decided to get educated as a chef because of me realizing how much food is actually influencing our brain, especially because your thoughts is based on what kind of machine you got inside of yourself. Like, different body parts gotta, like, everything gotta be aligned and healthy, of course, to think good. Otherwise, you'll be thinking negative, bad thoughts, and you'll continue to get more of that. But yeah, people say love goes through the stomach in France, I think, and that's a very big part for me too. Like, eating every day, having dinner together with my family is one of the greatest events in life as such, in my opinion. Yeah, so I just thank the universe for this dinner tonight. It was so amazing, and yeah, thank you, AZ, for bringing us all together right here. Message of love to everybody.
Absolutely. So that is like before we go into our Daddy,
Captain Leo. Hello. She ain't good.
So that was actually a great segue into one of the great aspects that I love about the activity of consuming. One of the greatest human experiences that consuming has catered to for me, as far as my outlook on this reality, is our ability to gather. Food has always been the platform or the catalyst of a gathering of souls. Like in America, amongst my Earth family, there's a lot of distance that takes place on a daily basis in the everyday lives of the souls in our circle. Everybody's working and attempting to, or basically within the programming of attempting to survive. So everybody's out and about, and they're very distant based on the lack and limitations and blockages of feeling that you connecting with your family or people that's close to you involves them borrowing money. Once again, like, we know this. Like, there's some people that choose not to connect with their family often because they assume that they're going to ask them for something, or they need you to do them a favor, or they want to borrow money. This is the society construct that I came up in. Now, one of the greatest catalysts of people actually coming together and embracing each other was holiday events like Thanksgiving or Christmas. Everybody came. Or like and sometimes it was a funeral. Like, you don't see cousins and family like of a vast nature unless somebody actually passed away or there was a major event. This is when people in my family actually came together in the social conversation, or at least what you see here, a large group of people sitting together at a table to dine and conversate and cross conference or whatever, was at a dinner table, like your grandmother's house or whatever the case may be. So if anything, one of the deepest, most miraculous aspects of consumption that I've embraced and experienced here on the earth plane has been the ability of food to serve as a catalyst for conversation and connection. Like you said earlier, soul food. Yes, of course, the food is very stimulating. I feel like that's the root of a soul food. Yes, chemicals and a lot of butter and cheese and all these rich materials that are extremely awful in the body. However, extremely stimulating on another level. And being so stimulating, they connect with a satisfying space deep within the soul, which brings a sense of joy. Yes, grandmother's pumpkin pie has 4 sticks of butter in the pie, but the stimulus brought about by consuming that and everybody enjoying the experience of eating the food brought everybody together. They all wanted a piece of their pie and enjoyed the stimulus of connecting with each other. Exactly. Yeah. Happy dance while you're eating and this. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you get to experience. Exactly. You know what I mean? While you're eating and all the other kind of stuff. So once again, the stimuli and catalyst of a food within this plane for me has been the connection that is available through our ability to dine. Now, with that being said, of course, once again, there's a lot of distortions amongst the foods that we eat. And it's necessary to also recognize beyond that, there's a purpose, there's infinite intelligence at work in all that's taking place here. And with that said, we have to recognize that the brain sees error. It sees distortions, it sees problems because it's ignorant. It's logically analyzing the infinite intelligence at work that is life. It's just, once again, in peace, in truth, within intelligence, we have to realize that there are no mistakes. There are no errors to everything that's taking place. The same thing that has created a poisonous artificial food or whatever the case may be is responsible for the breath that you're breathing, your ability to even consider the chemicals that are in the food themselves. Like, this same intelligence created that. So yes, it is, there is a distortion that you're able to view, but once again, the nature of infinite intelligence includes an oxymoron according to the logical analysis of it itself, because it's within the program. However, beyond space and time, it's necessary to realize that I am it and it is me. However, it is me is at the source of all of it. So yes, I am what I eat, but however, at the same time, at the root of that is I eat what I am. And at the end of the day, I am God. I am everything and nothing at the same time. And there's nothing that I am susceptible to or enslaved by or dependent on within the illusion that we're experiencing that allows us to be basically enslaved or dependent on the physical reality. You understand? That means if something outside of me is able to destroy my being, that means that I am susceptible to it, and it is my master versus me being its master. That's like a person being able to control how I feel inside. The feeling inside of myself is at the source of the conditions of my experience. If a person outside of me is controlling how I feel, I'm being emotionally manipulated at source.
This is a form of slavery.
Of course.
From outside has the key.
Exactly.
You allow. Exactly.
So this is where you understand this. When you have propaganda that says, oh, this is destroying you, this is killing you, this is, when you look at a cigarette box, it's on the side of it, say, it's gonna kill you, it's gonna kill you, it's gonna kill you, and they show you pictures of babies dying and this, then the third. Of course, it has an effect. However, it is your conscious choice to accept that as a reality or not.
Right, whatever you focus on.
You give energy to it. So if it's distorted and you decide that, okay, yeah, this is gonna kill me, then that's your choice.
Called law of attraction.
Of course. Acceptance, the acceptance of the programs. You know what I'm saying? Once again, within this reality, a bunch of things are going to parade before you because at the end of the day, the illusion is attempting to prove itself true to you.
Right.
However, the truth needs no defense. It needs, like he said, the sun needs no promotion. It just shines. It needs none of that. It does not need any of the proof or physical things to show you that it's real. It just is. Right. Love is, and it's peaceful. It has no defense mechanism whatsoever. It has no need to promote itself. So once again, we embrace the reality. We accept what's taking place here. Of course, consciously, and as we rise in spiritual maturity, we make wise decisions as far as what is good for us and what's conducive to a high energy, blissful experience that is beautiful as we evolve. As we evolve and we rise in physical security, in spiritual maturity. However, it's necessary for us to realize that we are not enslaved by our reality. We can choose to live in a prison planet or not. However, this is our choice.
We need to take matters.
So now, I got a question.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
All right.
I just wanted to, before I forget. So we choose. Like you said, we choose, whatever we pay attention to, that's what we create.
Of course.
Now, how does that correlate with how conscious you are? Because there's people who are on a certain level of consciousness. They're here, right? And because they are in high level of consciousness, they know what to entertain and what not to entertain. Then you got people who may be on stealth mode or just not, lower consciousness, but choose their reality as well. They're both choosing no matter what. Is there a separation of that, or do they connect? Are they interconnected? Because just because I know that may be bad for me, I'm not necessarily focusing on that. It's just a realization that I don't want to focus on that. I know that if I do try that, then it's bad. But I'm going to try to focus on love and what I know because I'm conscious of it. I'm going to focus only on this. But I can still realize that aspect is there, right? So does that mean that I make that my reality, or does that mean that I'm just conscious that it's there?
No, you're conscious that it's there. However, it's not your focus.
It's not my focus.
No doubt.
So there's a lot of people out there who like to focus on those things and make it their reality.
Yeah, most definitely.
And
because they focus on it, and these are the people that get sick first.
But like you said, though, there is no mistakes. So that aspect is there for a reason. It's there.
Of course, it's a catalyst of their expansion.
For their expansion.
All diseases,
and
they're catalysts of expansion. Most definitely.
So it does have a purpose.
It has a purpose,
so
absolutely.
It's also part of accepting. You should at least accept it, because accepting does not mean that you're putting energy into it.
No doubt, of course, you accept it. It is what it is. It's just, once again, some choose to invest their energy in it and some don't. The wise ones recognize that they basically develop that which they place their energy into. So if they're constantly concentrating on the things within the physical reality that are hurting my body and trying to figure out this, this got this in it, this got this in it, this, I can't eat nothing. Right. It's like, bro, just eat. The brain's working too much. You're analyzing everything, and you're basically not able to experience your life. Like, you need something to eat. If that is what you have available for you, well, I mean, come on, son. Like, if there's an $8 bottle of water here, and it says, "Oh, this is the best, purest water that's there in the store," and this is my last $8, I'm not gonna buy this water. This is my last $8. I gotta eat something later, or I gotta eat something. I mean, okay, I get it, but I'm thirsty right now. I need to drink something. Sorry. I know it's great and it's so nice. Everybody's trying to bank off awakening. Like, oh yeah, well, this is bad for you, this is bad for you, so buy this. It's like, okay, you digging deep in my pockets. I get you, but yo, son, like at a certain point, we can't operate like this.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm following a guy on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy. His name is Sadhguru. He's a mystic from India, and he said one thing what I really liked. He said, if you master your inner consciousness, God will become your slave. Okay?
A good thing?
What do you mean?
That's a good thing?
That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing. It doesn't mean you once you, if you really, this is what I'm trying to learn right now. I'm only scratching on the surface, okay? Is meditating. If you start looking, we in the Western society, we look always for all the solution outside. Okay, everything is outside. Okay, light, parties. Okay, but the solutions
always
inside. Okay, if we start listening and learning how to listen to the silence. Okay,
I think that's more of a subconscious.
There are we have different kinds of intellects. Okay, consciousness. Well, first one, the ones everybody in the West is using is intellect.
Oh, that doesn't
okay, it does. This is intellect. Intellect means I grab this. This is water. This is it. Okay, but we don't see the source of it. Okay, our minds makes us believe, for example, everything is solid, but there is nothing in the world which is solid. Everything is vibration.
It's just that this is in a slower vibration than maybe this, but it's all made of the same thing.
Exactly.
We're all one, just expressed in different aspects, levels of energy.
Exactly. Buddhist monks, what they do, they go for months in dark silence. To do what? To listen to the silence. Okay? We never look. We have, if I tell that to Westerners, usually they will tell them, they're like, no.
You should listen to the silence?
Yeah. If yes.
Luciana's cross.
Listen to the silence. Yeah.
Luciana's cross. I see you.
We need to our kids. I really loved it. The little girl said, "I would like to meditate." I was like, "Oh, we need to teach our kids from the early ages."
That was my little girl, by the way. Just say it.
Good job. We need to educate our children differently. Because right now what is happening is you send them to school, this beautiful being, okay? They cut them down, okay? They cut them down to for what? To fit into some stupid jobs.
Yeah.
Okay? And they lose their souls, and we lose so much. I was the worst kid in school. I was so bad, not because I was stupid. Now I discovered, after years I discovered I'm not that stupid. Before I thought the other kids are just smarter than me, but no, it was not that. It was boring, okay? Get a kid, sit him in, exactly, let the kid 6 years old, let him sit for hours on a fucking chair. Excuse me, it makes no sense.
No.
It makes no sense at all, you know?
Well, they're just conditioning you.
Exactly.
Conditioned to be obedient.
To be obedient.
Exactly. all these letters in the books, man.
So, yo, CeeLo, look, we're going to take a break one more time, and then we're going to get to any inquiries that our audience may have. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us here at the Let's Build. Really appreciate your presence. That was a discussion portion. We're going to break for a song, and then we're going to return with addressing of any questions that you may have, any stories that you may have to share with us, and, yeah, basically start a discussion with that. So give us a minute. I'll let the maestro take over and introduce the next song, and then we'll keep it moving.
You got it?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You got it set?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so great discussion on a lot of our different values and growing up and what we were eating and how we feel that it affects us individually. But yes, we are all here as one, and we're on different frequencies and of course different levels of consciousness. However, enjoy what you're eating. Eat, drink if you got to. You feel you got to drink. If you don't got to eat. You know, whatever's there available for you, eat it. Move on. You know what I mean? And then next time you eat something else if you choose to. It's your free will choice.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Exactly. So
I'll start off with dessert today.
What time is it? For real? Dessert? Okay, anyway.
Donuts before I came in.
There it is. So, but anyway, I'd like to introduce the next song. This is a classic on the Dundada album. This is with Amon Ra and AZ, and this is called Ninth Cloud. It's a very soothing, wavy song. So, enjoy.
Another one of them Ashtar Moon joints. That's how your mama got her go back. Cruising out somewhere, yo. Just like I do on Melrose. Yo. Really ground, yo. Yeah. Summertime. That's how I'ma start the vibe. Fill a brother with the vibe. Take it easy with the high. Grab the coat and go with both. Big kahuna cool with women. She know when it surfs up. Intuitive with burst, bro. Yeah, 3 shots with his burst. Young champion in my pants. Glad to be first up. Salute. Southside River City. The car is super jiggy. A boss at the bus stop. Gotta crawl for the wall. I need that money and tough talk. For those who ain't got much to say on the mic, bro. Hold your heart, dump your head. When in doubt, come love. This is stuff for them dollars. Reppin' that done. Look, you could never buy my freedom with your cloud. I'm G.O.D. Infinity. I'm trying to climb me out, palm. Up the coastline, looking at the birds fly. Cruising under sunshine. Bless, I think myself a manifest. You know, now be America. You heard, still on cloud 9. Don't ever expect me to come down. Come down. I keep the peace because I'm where I'm feeling it. Send a cipher love to the world. You digging it? Painting pictures, metaphoric mental pastels. Swirl my fingers in the air like London. The ever essence of my free will. So I keep this still equicentric always in check. But sometimes it's gotta shine and say I'm here, listen up. I strictly do this for the us. I do this for the what, how, when, where, who. The universe chose you. Frequencies, singing well, verbalize on the real, call it what you want. It's show and tell. I spoke of how to walk, spoke of who to love. I took you and the you, which equal us. We always went deep and turned out. Took a minute for the image in Magali house. Yeah, up the coastline, looking at the birds fly. High, cruising under sunshine. Bless, I think myself a manifest. You know, now be a miracle. You heard, still on cloud 9. Don't ever expect me to come down. Come down. Yeah, dream life.
I am this and that and that too. All that was is in a review. Let it go like a gift. I'm talking gone like a misdeployment and be anointed in the liquid. Age of Aquarius, take a sip. Cream ain't nothing but a G thing. More money, more service ain't a problem, man. We still here, still clear, and the waters in the Persian Gulf. Yeah, and we got my German sunshine. Only give you love one time. Creating highs and lows. Keep it rocking to the heavens, just so you know. Used to be swapping, now I'm so glow. Used to keep it real, but now I'm just real, bro. Summertime in the winter's how we did it. Sending love and light and let you know you're winning. Up the coastline, looking at the birds fly. High, cruising under sunshine. Bless, I thank myself for manifest. You know, now be a miracle. You heard, still on cloud nine. Don't ever expect me to come down. Come down. Damn. It's like that L vacation music, you know what I mean? Lay back cruising, you know how we do it. Universal brothers and sisters, big up to all the homies. All the queens too.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to Let's Build. We're here in our final portion of our discussion today. We've been talking about nutritional health this evening, sharing much information, many stories amongst our collective, and it's absolutely beautiful. We enjoyed a great meal here at Fasal's Place, Wonderland in Wiesbaden downtown, next to the Vapiano's. Amazing cuisine that has many holistic medicinal properties to it. So it's been a great pleasure to be here, and I really thank him and appreciate him being open to hosting our Let's Build today from his facilities. So once again, a great pleasure to be here and connect with all. So we're going to get into our final portion, which is basically a discussion inquiry portion where we get to some of your input here in our comment section to see what's going on. Actuality. Okay, cool. So I'm always pulling that up. And while we're waiting on the pull up, I'd like to express a couple of things about the nature of this transition and all the things that we will be experiencing in the very near future as far as humanity is concerned, and some of the things that we have to offer amongst our galactic fleet that we will be assisting you with here on the planet. A couple of the major distortions that, as far as purity is concerned, amongst the surface of planet Earth involves the nature of your air and water supplies being extremely polluted and distorted. So we do have the technology to address this in the most intimate way possible, where we will be basically exchanging the nature of your air and clearing your air supply so there is fresh air to breathe. Of course, with fresh air, the germination of plants and your food substances will be able to thrive on a deeper level. The same will be done with your water supplies, where we have all the technology that's available to amongst our fleet to clean your oceans and your water environments. And of course, there's a couple of things that'll take place after this. However, in the immediate phases, amongst the healing transitions of you still being here on the surface, there will be the technologies necessary to cleanse and allow for fresh waters to be distributed and available to all humans throughout the surface of the world. Along with this, there is a couple of different technologies that are being made readily available here on your planet amongst several innovators and scientists who are working alongside business people to make certain technologies available. However, on a deeper level, amongst our galactic fleet, we do have access and we'll be distributing replicators. Many of you have heard of the replicator technology, and in some instances have felt that these technologies are only basically facades or fantasies that exist on Star Trek. However, these technologies are very real and have been expressed intuitively amongst souls that are within your media outlets or who've created things amongst your media outlets to basically allow these ideas to flourish or these concepts to flourish and being very real. Replicators are basically energetic machines that are heavenly technologies, energetic heavenly technologies that have the ability to create out of pure energy, physical substances and materials. This includes clothing, furniture, and in some cases homes, as well as food substances energetically. And this is pure energy, not necessarily the involving the destruction or manipulation or abuse of any materials here on your planet. The energetic replicators will be basically shared amongst some of the most evolved souls here on the planet to assist in the healing process. So once again, your food, some of the tasty foods that you all enjoy will be available to enjoy from an energetic level, even if it does involve meat substances or milks or dairy, some of the things that many have decided not to partake in anymore. When replicators are distributed, these food substances will be available to all souls once again, here on the planet to consume, where you'll be able to enjoy that stimuli once again. So a very, very exciting transition, which involves many surprises, many gifts of a heavenly nature for all to embrace and share. At this point, we are working from the grassroots level, as Fasal expressed earlier. However, a very wondrous path that we're experiencing, including many, many great surprises for all. So keep your hearts open and continue to embrace that which is taking place, and all that includes or involves the healing on your level. So with that being said, do we have anything on our comment section, gentlemen, that we can address? Still loading it? Yo,
I know somebody said, like, is it like should she cleanse her body for the ascension process or something like that? I forget who that was. It was Laura.
Was that the nature of the whole question? Inquiry?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know.
So I'll address that to a certain extent at the level of understanding, or at least the level of
is it necessary?
Is it necessary? Know that everything that's necessary is naturally taking place. As you continue to ground yourself, you're connecting with the divine guidance that's always guiding you on every level of existence, to include things that's necessary on a physical level, spiritual level, emotional level. All of these experiences or healing is naturally taking place. Now, it's necessary to understand this. The physical ascension process involves you entering into a crystal light chamber, which is a heavenly technology that's currently being calibrated. Millions and millions of crystal chambers are being calibrated right now amongst the inner earth. In the crystal cities of Agartha, from Shambhala onward or outward. Shambhala being the capital of the inner earth. The heavenly technologies have been placed there. And once again, the calibration of these crystal chambers are taking place now, because you're basically accompanied by a heavenly mentor. All of you on this ascension path are being accompanied by a heavenly mentor that's basically viewing your energy field at present. So as you make the changes and the things that are aligning you with your divine sense of presence, the calibrations are taking place based on that which is necessary for you. The purpose of the healing chambers is to repair the damaged DNA within your physical vehicle as your light body is woven together through the elevation of your frequency. The elevation of your frequency is also combined with the repairing of your DNA. And the repairing of your DNA is basically the physical portion of the light body that you're embodying at present. It's basically a transformation and an interwoven experience that is combining your physical and your light experience together, where you're in actuality in crystalline form, where all of your cells right now are shifting from the carbon base to the crystalline base all at the same time. And with the light chamber experience, you actually be embodying a brand new body, in essence, a brand new body, where there's a brand new physical existence that is integrated within your light body. It's basically a light body, however, there's a physical portion of that that's crystalline in nature. And this is where the DNA repair takes place. This is where, this is the source of the physical symptoms that you're experiencing along your path right now. You're transforming as a caterpillar in a cocoon does. However, you're in the physical vehicle. The things that are necessary are taking place. Just as attempting to collect canned foods and water in your basement in preparation for something dramatic or drastic taking place.
The zombie apocalypse.
These things are not necessary. You're being prepared naturally, and all that's taking place is an integrated aspect of your process, an integrated aspect of your being. It's only necessary to continue to ground, where with your grounding, you're continuing to embrace, or you'll have the clarity to embrace the divine guidance that's always being provided by who we are, your angelic guardians. So there's much taking place here. However, the balance of the body, the balance of your energy field is a natural aspect of your experience. As you intend, the path is created before you. Your intentions are the foundation of your experience. You intend to ascend, so naturally your chakras are being balanced, your energy field is being balanced, your unfoldments are basically unfolding that which is necessary for you on your level. So less analysis, more presence. So with that said, do we have anything on our comment section?
Kathleen is asking, how much do you think the energy or vibrations expressed and are inherent in others, distortions or ideas affect us? For example, if I smoke cigarettes and everyone around me know, and unknown energies influence my well-being with their attitude.
With their attitudes, their attitude towards her as an individual?
It's from doing like smoking cigarettes or drinking or whatever.
What about it?
We place of judgment.
We cannot.
Okay. How does the attitude of others affect her from doing what she's doing freely? But she's saying basically, how much do you think the energy of that or vibration of that expressed are inherent in others will affect her?
Yeah, of course. It's up to you as an individual based on your ability, like your openness to basically allowing the person's energy around you to manipulate your presence. This is up to you. It's your decision, your personal choice, your free will choice to accept the energies being projected, the judgments being projected upon you as an individual. So, of course, you're not susceptible to the outside illusion. This is emotional manipulation to allow a person's judgments and projections to affect your energy field. Initially, as you heal, yes, it will be hurtful. Yes, I'm not going to say a person's judgments or negative projections or disrespects upon you is not going to affect you. And of course, initially, it's going to hurt. However, as you mature and you focus continually within, as you ground yourself, you realize the soul or the source or the actual foundation of a person's projections upon you. This is self-hatred. They are not allowing themselves to get away with that which you're doing, so they project that upon you. It's their level of self-acceptance. When a person accepts themselves fully, they have no intentions or no desire to project judgments upon another. We all here operating under free will, and no one has the right to violate your free will. When they respect themselves, they respect your free will as well. So it's up to you to decide how much another person's judgments will affect you. What else?
Maybe it's not. Can I say something?
Sure.
maybe it's not just a judgment. It's more if I have one of the days. Sometimes I get up with the wrong feet and I go out, and as I feel, that will happen to me. Okay, if I feel like I don't want, I'm shitty today, everyththing will be bullshit. Everything will be bullshit.
Of course.
Some other days I stand up and the sun is shining out of my head, and then I'm smiling all over, and I go out and I attract people.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And I get they come to me and hey, what's up? And then it's all different. It's all different. So that means at least when you're shitty yourself, okay, keep it for yourself. You don't have to be. Keep it for yourself. Shit, it's inside thing.
Hold it.
It won't get better by whining.
Yeah, of course not. Complaining doesn't help.
It won't get better. You know what I mean? It's just
right.
It's gotta hit the wall. It's gotta hit the wall and roll. Don't be loud with your doo-doo. All right.
That's what I experienced. In a minute, my mood can change.
Yeah.
But I already gave bullshit to others, so they're expecting me to still be bullshit, and it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
But if you keep it just for yourself, it's easier. It's easier.
Of course.
I wasn't this morning, today.
Yeah, what you got, team?
I just like something Carrie said. I think she was talking to Laura. She said, if you need denser foods, Laura, honor it as your body knows best. What's up, Carrie?
She said what?
Denser foods.
Yeah.
Laura was the one to ask the question about the.
What is that food?
Denser.
Feeling whatever.
Heavier foods and stuff.
Body fits.
Basically, honor your cravings. Honor your cravings and respect. That's what which is what your body is asking for versus judging it from a place of analysis.
No. Okay. On that question, we need to go back. Okay. If you have kids, which are never manipulated by the media, okay, which are naturally somewhere, you leave them the food on the table. They will choose the right thing. There are experiments, okay, but we are not kids, and we are not. There's promotion everywhere, okay. Even in kids, our kids, they watch a movie and they want that stuff in the movie, okay? And there's promotion, get your Cheetos and Cheetos and whatever, We are influenced. So don't give up your cravings. But use your instincts. Look at it. Does it look like it would be good to you? The pack of chips. Is it good for you? If that's the craving, hell no. Stop it. It's wrong.
But you're basically resisting your natural senses. You're resisting yourself. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, because then you build up resistance.
No. If you're
I
obsessed,
say this because it's not going to affect me. If today in class, I had he always bring boxes of donuts. I had 2 today. I know it's not going to affect me. I know I probably shouldn't eat it. I know, but I'm like, okay, I'm just going to fulfill this little craving real quick and call it a day. Just 2.
I'm saying, go ahead.
Well, sugar kills more people in our society, and it has more damage on our society. The kind of sugar we eat right now. We do it. Everybody does it in our society. We do. Believe me, we do.
It's just like drinking too much of this. This can kill you too.
It's water.
It can kill you.
Of course, it can kill you.
But
drink too much of anything is overconsumption.
Back in the days, before the industrialization of our food chain, sugar in that quantities was not available. This is since 50, 60, 70 years. It's all new to us. Sugar is killing so many people more than tobacco and alcohol combined.
Okay. Team, what you got?
Y'all scared out there, man. We talking about y'all food. Y'all need to say something.
They over there cleaning out their pants.
They
Like, man, let me take these cookies and these donuts out of here.
I tell you what, I'll take these donuts and your cookies
And chips.
for my sandwiches. I don't feel it that.
There's nothing really.
Okay, no, I see. Laura's question was: is it necessary to detox the body for the process? Yeah. I didn't see the actual verbiage, but no, it's not necessary to detox the body for the process of ascension. You focus on your heel or focus on your grounding and follow the intuitive guidance that you're receiving, and everything will be okay. So let's see what else.
I just say have a well-balanced diet. This is what we express in the medical field. You can't always just want.
Well, that's the thing.
Good.
The thing is
want to, but at the same
this
time,
is an integrated
you're
aspect of it. This
suppressing
from a place of
a lot of the things that
analysis.
you went through as a parent. He's still like he'll eat like a bag of jelly beans. He know it's not good. He eats some Cheetos. He know it's not good. But you still.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? You don't have to be perfect.
We need to change. We need to tax sugar as we tax, for example, alcohol and nicotine. Okay, we have to tax meat higher. You know, all the stuff which is actually tax it, make them more expensive.
No, I get what you mean.
I mean.
And if you still want to eat it, you buy it.
And no, we are kind of not as we were before 100 years, where we could think just naturally and work, let our instinct, trust our instinct 100%, because we are so influenced by media and our surrounding. We eat what they want us to eat, and we consume what they want us to consume. We wear what they want us to wear. You know, by promotion. So it's not that easy to listen to your instinct no more as it was back in the days.
I would say just don't fear it. You know what I'm saying? Don't fear it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to eat some 2 donuts, then it's okay. You know, don't fear it and be like, oh shoot, I'm gonna die because I ate 2 donuts.
I just ate 2 donuts.
All this discussion on food and nutrition is good and important, but I think just like you spoke earlier, we have to get to the root of what nutrition is, and basically this is knowing your body. A lot of people don't know their bodies. You really do not know. I guarantee at least 99% of y'all don't know your bodies right here. How many times a day do you breathe? How many times a minute do you breathe?
Good question.
This is very important.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one that I bet you think you know. What color is your blood?
Red.
What else?
Reddish.
What else?
Pink. That's it.
What else?
Part of it is red.
Yeah.
There's another part of it.
White.
You got white meat.
You got white meat.
White
meat has some just ball things.
What are you talking about?
There's another club, bluish blue. This is an unoxygenated.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said, we can go through nutrition all day and eat all these perfect foods. If you still don't know how your body functions and why it functions and who you are, none of that stuff is going to even matter. Just like me, I can eat those 2 donuts because I know my metabolism is high. I know I'm probably going to go running tomorrow. I know me taking 4,000 steps is going to burn who knows how many calories, but it's going to burn 2 donuts. I know that for sure.
Yeah, it's just,
it's not only about the burning. It's about
no, it's not just the burning. It's about
it burns, but some part it's made human. You know, we are actually very high sophisticated machine. You know, you put trash in it, and it becomes human. You know, it becomes the body, and you're in charge of putting the right stuff in, so it can become the right and healthy body.
But you also in charge of maintenance. It ain't just putting it in. It's just like you got to maintain and know how to maintain it.
Well, see, there's where the confusion starts, because basically this is the mind identity attempting to analyze the divinity of your presence, and at the end of the day, the mind is limited to logic.
Only on the spiritual level.
But the thing is
you
have to understand understand this. The foundation of our presence is spiritual. The source of our presence here is spiritual. Basically, the heart birthed the body. It's responsible for the body and all the brain functions and all the analysis that we're doing. So the root of everything that we're experiencing is within the heart space. And once again, the heart space and the divinity of our presence is beyond all logical analysis. So the thing is, it's about us continuing to embrace the intuitive guidance we're receiving in how to handle and unfold our intentions. Our intentions are to live healthy. Our intentions are to evolve. Our intentions are to expand in frequency and ascend and move into higher levels. It's just that with that intention, we must allow the infinite intelligence of life to unfold that which is necessary for us to experience those intentions. However, the thing is the mind attempting to analyze what is necessary for us to do that is limited, because once again, the mind operates from logic. It feels, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, and it's attempting to task master everything that's necessary for us in front of us. A brain will come up with a plan. However, the brain comes up with plans every single day. And what happens during the day? 80% of the time, the plans that we made to happen during that day don't take place. Why? Because infinite intelligence has another plan. Right. The heart has another plan. The brain, well, the thing is the balance is already there. Right. The balance is there naturally, just like opening the chakras. You don't know what's necessary to open up your chakras because each and every individual has a different blockage, but it's based on the individual. It's extremely unique and designed specifically for that particular individual based on their harmonic frequency. We are in no place to analyze that, especially with an ego mind.
And
we're in no place to analyze that. Okay, so it's just about us experiencing infinite intelligence and allowing life to show us what we need. It's just that the brain will feel, oh, we need this, we need that, we need to do this, and we're trying to write down everything and figure out things and study a bunch of stuff and learn whatever the case may be and collecting information. However, once again, this is all logic and it's based in limitation. The sun shines, the flowers grow, the air breathes, your blood moves. Yeah, you might not know exactly what color it is, but your blood is being oxygenated over and over again. It's not necessary for you to mentally analyze the steps. What happens when you try to walk and you analyze how many steps you take, or you analyze the nature of your walking? What happens? You trip and fall over because you're thinking about walking. The thing is, walking takes place naturally. You don't have to think about it. Breathing happens naturally. You don't have to think about it. Why? Because once again, the brain doesn't have the capacity to process all the information that's taking place at the same time. Blood's flowing, you're breathing, you're walking, you're looking, you're analyzing all this information and so on. It doesn't have the capacity. It's completely limited to logic.
Sometimes I clock in to work and I be forgetting because it's so natural. I'll be forgetting that I'm doing
it comes with second nature. But the thing is once again, the brain is the child. The brain is the child. The heart is the master. The heart gave birth to the brain. It's the source of it. It's just that once again, we get here and we get so comfortable and confident in the nature of our ability to analyze. But once again, we step ahead of ourselves and feel as if the brain is what's the source of all that we're experiencing. No, it's the observer.
Right, and okay.
Well, we're still talking about nutrition.
Well,
so
wait.
I think it's good to be conscious.
Well, the thing is, you're conscious of your existence, but you're not analyzing.
If you're saying all this, it would be the same analogy of while we're doing this, while we're meditating, while we're hitting the bomb, while we're doing
when you meditate, you're trying to shut down the brain. You're just working to basically not
thinking. You're still consciously trying to do something that you said should naturally.
Well, you're not necessarily trying. You're just allowing.
You are.
You're accepting.
You're not allowing. When you meditate, you're not allowing. You have to tell yourself, I am going to meditate.
No, you just
I'm going to hit this. I'm going to pray. I'm going to do something.
This is how the brain works. It's robotic. You know what I'm saying? It's limited.
Just close your eyes this time, man.
Hold on. Think about closing the eye. Go.
It's like thinking about not thinking. It's totally insane.
Let me say something.
Okay, go ahead.
See, in the way everyone is kind of right, And if you argue logically, right, there's always gonna be back and forth.
Well,
I feel like
when you participate in arguing, you basically insanity.
Right.
It's insanity.
Well, okay, it's not arguing
because it's not the thing. The truth is peace. There are no debates.
Okay, but if you're speaking logically, and you're trying to figure something out logically, there's only so much. You can't look outside the box because it's all logical, right? But like you said, not you guys are right. You're right. Like if I try to go through that door, I'm probably gonna break my face. I'm not gonna go through that, right? I'm not some spiritual being in this three-dimensional world that can go through that wall right now. So you guys, when you guys speaking logically, yeah, I can't go through that wall. But what he's saying is that there is aspects that we don't understand, and all we have to do is focus on our intentions. We don't need to know how it's going to happen because we know that there's things we can't logically understand outside this three-dimensional world.
Definitely got that.
So the heart is always intelligent, and as long as we follow the heart, everything else will fall in place.
Because the hardest thing.
But if we try to trump somebody else, say, "Well, that's not true," and it's because of this and this and this, you keep yourself
stay conscious to this third dimension.
Right.
Because whether we want to admit that it exists or not, this table is kind of sort of here.
Right.
Well, this body is kind of sort of here.
You can
go deep and analyze it, or not analyze it as much as you want to. We still exist in a human form.
Well,
we still exist in a human form.
There's no argument in that. That's
frequency form, lower frequencies, all this great stuff. But we still exist. All this stuff that we talk about is true. Right. But we don't need to push the other stuff to the side.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
Well, he's not saying that you need to push it to the side. All I'm saying is
the foundation.
Yeah.
It's acceptance.
Like if you
the foundation of the physical experience
exactly
has the like the thing is we're experiencing this physical experience, but there's no logical there's not an attempt to logically analyze the nature of what's necessary.
Right. Because you could be right all day, right? You can and you can say, okay, I'm right because of this, and it might make sense. Regardless of all that, there is an aspect that we don't understand that's very intelligent, and I know that. I know you know. And I know everybody knows, but there's an aspect that we don't really can explain logically. Logic only has a limit because it only exists in this three-dimensional world. Right? There's more to what we're arguing about. This. Yes, the little things we do. Yeah, the little things we do gives us peek into that. But why even try to even figure that out? Why not just focus on an intention and let everything work itself out?
That small. Just like I said in one of my rounds, like a long time ago, it was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right. Right. Well, let me just say this too. Like in quantum physics, the microscopic world has no rules. In the microscopic world, the same thing that we're all made of, the particle, the energy that we're all made of, can go through walls, can go back in time. The smaller that we get into the microscopic world, we can't understand it. There's just no way we can even phantom it. But as the particles get larger and larger with mass, there's rules start to happen. We are conscious of rules. So why try to figure that out?
No,
and that's the thing.
Trying to figure out. But it's just being aware that
there is and
both sides, 3 sides, 5 sides, however many sides that exist. There's not just the one. Just the one. It's a great one. Trust me, I understand it. I live it 24/7.
Right.
But
I know you do.
Don't placate that this crap don't exist.
No.
No one's saying that.
It's never been about that. It's never been about that. But the subject of the matter, what we were talking about initially, was nutrition. Right. This is what the conversation was about. Right. Now, the point was that through our acceptance. And this is the hardest thing in the whole wide freaking world, is just to accept that life is intelligent. The brain has a very hard time accepting that life is completely intelligent and responsible for its existence. It's just that because we have a certain level of intelligence and we're able to analyze and ask questions and play around with life, it feels that it's necessary for us to play around and figure life out like a puzzle in order for us to successfully live and enjoy life itself. It's just that attempt to figure out eternity or understand eternity is basically a dog chasing its tail. because the unseen is responsible for the seen. Science is but the study of what the unseen already knows. It's the physical study of what spirit is continually creating and expanding upon. So once again, science will never catch up with spirit because spirit is beyond space and time. This is the linear analysis and study of eternity. It's just that eternity is beyond time. It already is. So it's no need to study it. And the thing is what our embrace of now is about is basically allowing us to be in gratitude of existence itself. It just allows us to embrace the experience and experience the experience as the blessing that it is, instead of attempting to analyze it and figure it out in order for us to enjoy it. It's like, stop reading about it and enjoy your life. Stop attempting to figure out what a strawberry tastes like and actually taste the strawberry. You understand? This is what this is about.
Like another thing I'll be saying is like, don't even look at trying to figure out the needle in a haystack, making a stack of needles.
Hey, I got a question. What you got, bro?
Hey, Richard, you got
I'm trying to watch something. Okay, cool. What you got?
Rich, this question goes out to you. What does the 2 side fingers in the air symbolize? Just wondering. I know the 3-finger thing you guys do. I guess when you were dancing with the full force meal, you doing the peace sign or whatever.
Real peace sign, man.
That's the real peace sign.
The real peace.
That's the real one, though.
Don't overanalyze it, though. Okay, it's all good. You can do it however you want to do it. You can separate it. Exactly.
That's the haters.
I think I was even saying that in the song too.
Ain't nothing cooler though. Ain't nothing cooler.
What else?
That's it. Everybody just they were commenting on the conversation you guys we were having. So
I have a 10-minute speech from a guy. He in the Western society, science and mystics, they went 2 ways. Okay, it was a scientist was never into believing into God, because we had Christians different beliefs, but in India it never separated. You know, and it's ancient. It's like 5,000 years. And this guy, I don't have the right words, but if you want, I could put in this guy for 5 minutes.
Well, we actually waited actually an hour past our closing time, so we usually shut off at 10:30, but we extended it a little bit today. So
what time is it?
It's 11:30.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
You can post the I don't know.
Yeah, we can post a link. Post a link or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So let's rock it like this. If there are no more questions and comments, I'll pass the mic over to the maestro, and he'll give us our outro song for this evening and see what happens. Second.
I'm gonna we have this, that.
Snow weather, endless summer, or nightlight.
Very tough. Yes. So while AZ decides on the last track selection for the evening, as we gracefully bow out here from the dopest restaurant now in Wiesbaden, Wunderland. Shout out to Faisal.
Peace.
You know, I guess he has chosen In the Summer, which is actually a introduction to our Cooleyville Experience mixtape that we did last November. So without further ado, Endless Summer. Like I said before, I'll put all the links in when I get back home, so you guys can choose the selections that you like to listen to. But as always, it's been a wonderful experience building with y'all once more here.
Peace. I greet you with the truth. Humble greetings. It's me. I'll call this one Endless Summer, a composition by Tampa Beats from the Harbor LP. I call it Endless Summer because of all the changes taking place,
Sometimes the wind blows, sometimes it rains, but the sun sustains. And as we continue to shine our light, we take flight. It's not about being fake happy all the time. It's just always returning to peace. And as we embrace more unity, we create more intimacy. It's just your strength to find that within. Again. And self-love being the foundation of all love. Our work is to make sure that love is unconditional. Let's go to work, son. The greatest story ever told.
이라는 건 점점
A love story to the highest power. I'm loving the flowers, smelling summer showers, and the hours that go by. Tick tock, tock, tick. Flip through the English book. Pages of a construct never published. Took a minute to see more objective. It's addictive, these emotions, roller coasters on the waves of time, floating. I feel like my tears are lotion. The way I rub them in my cheekbones. Alone until begin with, until I made a friendship with mirrors of my own spirit. The lyrics I spit as a testament of visions of never feeling abandoned again. 333s, 444s, yo, they never end. The journey started when my car didn't. Looked up and saw a limb on the clock like clockwork. I got help from what their mom would call a stranger. Observe. Hey. Yeah, look, let the rain fall, let the rain fall. I'ma drink me a whole glass of that and bask in the shine of my ear, being seen through the healing of the kicker and keep it pushing on my mission, rapping, have a name, really known to it, but to do it right, I told the fluid, that'll supercharge your engine, never went on. Hey, they outside, shooting guns, talking crazy, hurting others, pushing drugs and they talking weed, throwing trash and I still love them. Embrace it, wake and stay safe when I'm the grace, race the base and say all they will not say, cause they get paid to keep the souls in pain. No, it's not a game, so you had the same disease within your home, hands on the phone, talking while it's you and your crew in school, how I rated you, and now it's not as cool. I guess not. In hindsight, we was blind, right? But now we see in the times right. You take the lead and pay the price. Take your own advice for once. Get up there and just jump. Peter Patrolli had to know what he wrote. Quit his job up at the hospital. Say the cheerleader. Real leaders gotta take the torch and walk the path they will not walk. Talk the talk that they scared to talk. If I get fired, then who will hire? Boss man might see me vibing. Talking truth and being honest. Read the material and keep on riding. That's what we learn in college. That's what keep us with dollars. That's what keep you in bondage. That's why you so robotic. The flow slow cause the earth needed, but the content is light speed. From the future, if you don't get it, it's ash time with some more healing. Salute the fleet and you'll keep building. Yeah. You know it.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't tell me about that, He said it all nice, like, no.
Salute the fleet, y'all.
We're like, she got Tourette syndrome or something. Because the whole time she was in the back of the car.
Okay. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's very chaotic here. Everybody's starting to get a little restless. We did stay an hour after our actual closing time today, being that we're off-site. It's been a beautiful experience, just talk on nutritional healing. Of course, all aspects of our experience are there as catalysts for our expansion, and we should embrace them and allow the intuitive guidance that we're always receiving to allow us to continue to heal. Once again, this is where you recognize the importance of the focus on grounding with all the transmissions that are expressed. There's so many aspects of our physical reality that we're experiencing that have different factors to them. However, we're able to exist more beyond the confusion and analysis of the mind identity through our ability to ground and relax and accept all that is taking place and unfolding within our experience. Once again, the grounding is where you connect with the source of infinite intelligence and the divine guidance that's always being provided to you as source amongst this experience, so you will basically successfully maneuver gracefully through all that is this experience and the nature of our healing. So once again, a great honor and pleasure to connect with you via this platform. This has been a Let's Build Nutritional Healing. Big up and thank you for all our guests today, everybody that came through, Mask and Glom, CeeLo, Amun Ra, of course, AAA, Marie, got DJ Sue Smalls in the background, The Wiz, the whole Triangle organization. Big up to Fasal for allowing us to come here to Wonderland here in Wiesbaden, of course, here on Webergasse in Wiesbaden and across from Wilhelmstrasse here in the main concourse in Wiesbaden. So once again, we continue forward. We continue to heal. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is inside that is the source of our healing, where we allow ourselves to experience the blessing and miracle of life. Thank you for being here so very much. Shout out to all Universal brothers and sisters, and keep those UBC Rocks campaign pictures coming. You guys are doing an excellent job, and we so appreciate you for all the love and support for humanity, not necessarily for us, for humanity, the inspiration that you share and integrating these aspects of the guidance into society is helping many. In actuality, in some cases, saving many lives. We observe this in this now moment. Please continue the hard work, and we love you. Thank you so very much. Shout out to Miss Ellen Bush for on the 12th for your Let's Build. We will be with you, and of course in divine guidance and assistance, and we will share in our support as always. We love you. Once again, I am your Commander Ashtar. We are the angelic realms of the Galactic Council of the Galactic Federation of Light. Continue forth in love and light of the infinite creator. Thank you.
Yeah.